Alright, everyone. Yahoo. Hello. Hope everyone has been doing really good today. Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hi, everyone. Hello. Hope everybody's doing alright. Hello, hello. Hello. Yeah, okay. Hi, everyone. I hope you guys have all been doing good today. Today, we're going to be talking about something very important because, well, I wanted to talk about VTubers today for today's Streamer Code episode. Um, as you guys know, we were supposed to be talking about preparing for a VTuber audition today, but instead, I wanted to talk about something very important regarding VTubers and regarding, you know, VTubers because yeah, I just wanted to talk about it for today. There's things that I wanted to talk about regarding VTubers and you guys' safety and everything with everything that's been going on, and I will not go into any conversations about just for the safety and the health of what's been going on. I will not be talking about it, but I will be talking about like giving some like tips and advice from my hand as a VTuber, to stay safe. Yeah. I hope you guys are all been having a good day. Thank you guys all so much for coming. Hello, hello. Hello. Okay. Yeah. So by now, you guys probably are already aware of what's been going on in the VTuber community. Um, I know you guys right now are aware of what's been going on in the VTuber community lately. Um, and like I said, I will not be going into details about what's been going on in the VTuber community. Like I said, this is for the safety of the people involved. As like I said, I don't want to cause any trouble, but rather, as a VTuber, give advice and tips to keep you safe as a VTuber and making sure that some lessons I think that, in my opinion, hopefully I think that can um, really um, at least be very helpful for stuff like this. So, um, first of all, let's talk a little bit about well, okay, the first thing I wanted to talk about, when it comes to VTubers. Okay, alrighty. So, first of all, I know that there has been some stuff, there's been some things that have been going on about VTubers, and I know you guys are probably thinking, I've been hearing some things, like, and you guys probably know what they are. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say that, but you guys probably already know what they are, and I like to talk about, well, some things. Okay, here's the thing. As a VTuber, I can admit that um, regardless of the size of the VTuber, whether they're big or small, there are a lot of VTubers that are there are toxic VTubers, but there are also a lot of VTubers out there, you know, who are very who want to support you and who want to see you grow, you know? And I know, like, as a VTuber myself, I'm willing to try my best to support, as much VTubers as I can and try to be there for VTubers as much as I possibly can. You know, I want you guys, as aspiring VTubers, Cooky Nation, I don't know, I really do hope you guys do remember a couple things I wanted to say. First of all, not all um not all big VTubers are bad or toxic. There are a lot of big VTubers out there, from big name VTubers, who want to support you, who love you, who care for you. And there also are a lot of smaller VTubers as well, regardless of the size. Whether it's a big VTuber or a small VTuber, regardless of it, the thing is, there are a lot of people who want to love you and who want to support you. But then there's also a lot of people who also are very toxic and can seem very toxic as well. And I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering about, VTubers, and this may have, maybe be like, okay, like it does affect, the VTubers that, I support. And to everybody that has been involved in what's been going on, the victims, my heart goes out to them. I think they're very brave and very strong for speaking up. So I want to tell you a couple things that I think are very important as a VTuber, that I don't want to talk about, the names of the people involved or mention the names, because I don't want to cause any drama or any hate. I'm here to spread love, and it's only love and support, Cooky Nation. Only love and support. That's it. Only love, no drama. Only love and support. Only love and support. But I do want to give a couple tips and advice, as a VTuber, that I think are very important, that hopefully that can help you with what's been going on lately. I understand right now, there's been a lot going on with what's been going on with the VTuber community and stuff like that. So I wanted to give you guys a couple tips and advice that I have as a VTuber, that I think are very important as a VTuber, that are super important, because I will admit it is very hard to speak up, and I do applaud all of the brave victims who have spoken up about the situation. I stand with the victims, and I'm very proud of them for speaking up. It is not easy. I can definitely tell you, as a VTuber and as a person, it is not easy to speak up about stuff that has been going on. So I can definitely tell you that it is not easy to speak up. And yeah, it's very hard. I'm not gonna lie. It is very hard to speak up as a person and as a human being. So I will admit it. It is very hard to speak up. But a couple things I first wanted to give out as well. Okay. Yeah. A couple things. The first thing I wanted to give as advice. First thing I wanted to talk about, a little bit important things. Let me bring this over here. Okay, let me see. Alright. So, the first thing that I wanted to talk about, if you feel like that, you need any advice or tricks, I wanted to say this, as a VTuber. Don't be afraid to speak up. If you feel like you need to speak up as a person, if you feel like that, what you're going through is, something that's important, don't be afraid to speak up, because at the end of the day, speaking up is very, very hard. But I can tell you, like, talk to someone you trust, speak up, don't be afraid to speak up. If you need to speak up, don't be afraid to speak up. And like I said, it's hard to speak up in the event that things do get dangerous, like as an event of a VTuber, but I believe in you, and I believe in you, and I believe that you can do it. And yeah, next one, what I wanted to say, um, as a VTuber, the next one I also wanted to talk about. First of all, speak up when you're afraid. In the event that things do happen. Let's say for example, if you've gone through something extremely dangerous, yeah, with like some stuff that's been going on, yeah. So if you're in that situation, don't be afraid to speak up to somebody. Alrighty, all right, everyone. This is important. If you feel like you need to talk to someone you trust. Next one is talk to someone you trust. Guys, don't be afraid to speak up. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If you feel like that, you need to speak up, don't be afraid to speak up. I applaud the ladies, the victims, so much for speaking up. I think they're very brave. I think they're very brave for speaking up about the situation, and I think that my heart goes out to all the victims, and if any of the victims are watching this, I really hope all the best for you, and I hope that you can find some closure, and just want to let you guys know that to the victims that I'm here with you and I support you, and if you need anything, don't be afraid to speak out to me. Alrighty, but yes, please talk to someone you trust, guys. Alrighty, so if you feel like that you need to speak up because you feel like that you are in danger, please talk to someone you trust. Please speak up. I'm it's absolutely very devastating, It's very hard. But as VTubers, I really, really do think it is important to talk to someone you trust and to speak up. When we feel like we need to speak up, if we're in a dangerous situation, speak up. Don't be afraid to speak up. Remember, at the end of the day, you are you, and you have people that have your back. It's hard to speak up, and I can definitely tell you as a person and as a VTuber, it is very, very hard to speak up. But please, if you need to speak up, please talk to someone you trust. Please talk to someone you trust, and please speak up. If you feel like that you're in danger, please speak up and please talk to someone you trust. Yeah. Alrighty. Next one that I wanted to talk about, some tips and advice that I wanted to say. Be careful of who you support. This is important. Who you support. Next one. Be careful of who you support. As I can definitely tell you guys, please be careful of who you support. I can tell you this as a VTuber that there are a lot of VTubers out there who are very nice and very kind and always wanted to give your guys support 1000%. I know a lot of VTubers who I have spoken with, who I have collaborated with, who I have done collaborations with. They are very friendly people, and I have done a lot of collaborations. You guys know who you are. Huge shout out to all of my VTuber friends. You guys are amazing people, and I hope you guys all know that you VTuber friends, to my VTuber friends, you guys are absolutely amazing, and I love you guys so much, and I hope you are doing okay. But yeah, huge shout out to all of my VTuber friends and all my VTuber friends, all my streamer friends. I absolutely love you guys so much, and I hope you're doing okay and take care of yourself. Yeah, please take care of yourselves, everybody. But there's also a lot of VTubers out there, Cooky Nation, who can also be very toxic. There's a lot of VTubers out there that are very nice and very kind and want nothing but the best for you. There's a lot of them. But there's also a lot of them, I can tell you, that can be very toxic at times. In that case, be careful of who you support, because you never know what could happen. You know what I'm saying? Be very careful of who you support and who you support, because who you support as a VTuber, be very careful of it, because yes, there are a lot of amazing people out there, guys, but there is also a lot of toxic in the VTuber community as well. And that's why, I think, in my opinion, as a VTuber, I think we do need um, safe spaces where we can talk and have fun. And I try my best to try to create a safe space for Cooky Nation and for all people who want to be VTubers and who aspire to be VTubers, you know. But please be careful, as a VTuber myself, and I will tell you this, the reality of being a VTuber is there are a lot of very nice people, but there's also a lot of toxic people as well in the VTuber community. Be very careful of who you support, because there are a lot of, and I will tell you, regardless of whether they're a big VTuber or a small VTuber, there are a lot of toxic VTubers, but there's also a lot of good VTubers that are amazing. And I can give you a list of so many VTubers out there, Cooky Nation, who are absolutely amazing and deserve the world, and who are really cool people, and they have done nothing but the best. And I think that they deserve nothing but the best. But at the same time, we also have to be careful of who we support, because at the end of the day, we do not know whether one day they could be considering, they seem nice on the inside. On the outside, they may seem like, oh, this is a really nice person. But the next time when you see them, it turns out that they're not as nice as you seem. So be careful of who you support, because you never know what will happen next. You never know, Cooky Nation, what will happen. That I'm saying as a VTuber, and I say this to all aspiring VTubers, please be careful. If you need to speak up, if you need to talk to somebody, please talk to somebody you trust, and please speak up. Speaking up, without a doubt, I will tell you, is very, very hard. But I will tell you, as a VTuber, there are so many VTubers out there who believe in you. I myself believe in you as well. It's hard to speak up. I'm not gonna lie. It's very hard to speak up. Please talk to somebody you trust. If you feel like that you are scared, or something isn't right, don't be afraid to speak up. Talk to somebody you trust about what happened. Yeah? The next one I also wanted to talk about as well, yeah? Besides being careful of who you support. Now, I know there has been some stereotypes actually going on about VTubers. People, I will not say about these stereotypes about the VTuber stuff, but I can tell you as a VTuber that the stereotypes that they are saying in the VTuber community is 100% false. Because there are a lot of big VTubers, and I can give you names of big VTubers out there who are amazing and who just want to give you nothing but love and support. There are so many VTubers out there to support. There's many big names of VTubers who I think are very cool people, and then there's also names of smaller VTubers out there who are also very nice people as well. Anybody, regardless of whether they're a big VTuber or a smaller VTuber, anything, anyone, whether they're a big VTuber or a small VTuber, can be impacted by this. And I wanted to say this because anybody can be. You know what I'm saying? Anybody. That's why I like to say, as a VTuber, be the positive influence, as a VTuber. Be the positive influence. Try your best to be the positive influence for VTubers, you know? Don't be afraid to speak up, but at the same time, the positive influence, or I like to say this, be the best version of yourself. It's totally okay to take breaks once in a while, and even I myself have to realize, Cooky Nation, that I myself also gotta take breaks as well. You know, I myself also have to take breaks as well, which I'm actually looking at taking breaks next week. But but I myself even, you know, also gotta take breaks every now and then. You know, if you feel like that something isn't right, you know, with yourself, it's okay to take breaks every now and then as well. And I will definitely say this as well. Yeah, it's okay to take breaks. Be the best version of yourself. And don't be afraid to speak up. Alrighty. I wanted to talk about something very important as well. The next one. This is going to be pretty difficult. But the event that something happens, like something happens. But what do you do if, like, for example, you do run into some issues? Because we all have those days when, first of all, it's to be sincere and polite. It's important to be polite and be sincere. But of course, one of the absolute most important things, as well as I would say it, is to be polite and be sincere. Be sincere and be polite. It's very important, I think, as a VTuber. It's hard. But I would also say, in one thing or another, be professional. The best professionalism. Oh yeah, that's also known as professionalism as well, yeah? Yeah. Also, yeah. Okay. Let's talk about the next one, because I know this will be a pretty short stream today, so we can talk a little bit about the VTubers and some advice that I do have for VTubers out there, as I like to say it. Alrighty, next one. Next one is, besides being sincere and being polite, if you feel like you have to say no, I did say speak up. If you feel like that something isn't right, it's okay to speak up. It's totally okay to speak up and to tell someone you trust. Just be careful of who you trust and be careful of who you support. Be very careful of who you support and who you trust. It isn't easy. We all make mistakes. How we learn it is what matters. How we learn it as VTubers, as streamers, is very important. And how we learn is what matters. Next one. It's totally okay to take time off to reflect. And that's why I like to say, it's okay to take breaks. Sometimes taking breaks is very important. And even I myself have recently started realizing that taking breaks is necessary, if not very important, as a part of, health and being a human being, The next one I also wanted to say too. If there's a problem that arises, be sincere and be polite. Be polite and be sincere. And also be honest. I would say that as a VTuber, when conflict arises, and if you make a mistake, be sincere and be polite about it. Be sincere, be polite, but also be honest. Because at the end of the day, it's important, as VTubers, to realize, yes, we will make mistakes. We will make mistakes. And yes, we will make mistakes as VTubers. I think that's very important as well. You know, it's very important that we will make mistakes, but how we handle them is what matters, you know? So in my opinion, be sincere and be polite. When problem arises, when conflict arises, be sincere and be polite. But speak up when absolutely necessary. And don't be afraid. Oh, next one. This is important. If you need to, and I will say this, seek professional help. It's totally okay as a VTuber. If you need to seek professional help, don't be afraid to seek professional help. You know, it is very hard, but there's a lot of resources out there that can help you really figure out, you know, and then that can definitely, I think, really help as well. You know, a lot of things I've also wanted to say too. It's totally okay to take breaks, and it's totally okay to seek professional help when you need to. It's okay to speak up, and it's okay to talk to someone you trust. VTubers are amazing. You know, they're amazing. But you also have to understand, as VTubers, Cooky Nation, there are VTubers that are very nice, but there's also VTubers who also can be very toxic. And that's why at the end of the day, as VTubers and streamers ourselves, we need to be, in my opinion, be careful of who we support. Because at the end of the day, regardless of whether you're a big VTuber or a small VTuber, anybody can play either role. And that's why it's important to speak up, and it's important to talk to somebody you trust. And if you need to seek professional help, seek professional help. Don't be afraid to seek professional help, Cooky Nation. Don't be afraid to seek for professional help, and don't be afraid to talk to somebody you trust. VTubers are amazing. There's a lot of great VTubers out there, regardless of whether they're big or small, that are always there to support you all the way. But we have to understand that regardless of whether they are a big VTuber or a small VTuber, there's also gonna be VTubers who are also, and streamers as well, just people in general, who can also be very toxic at times too. And that's why we have to be very careful of who we support. Because at the end of the day, it's important to know that both sides can play either role. Yeah. That's what I wanted to say, you know, as VTubers and streamers as well, and as people. Is that we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes, and it's totally fine to make these mistakes. But please, at the same time, it's totally okay to make mistakes. You know, I can admit as a VTuber, in the past few years that I've been a VTuber, I've made a lot of mistakes. You know, I've made so many mistakes that I can't even count. Like, I have made a ton of mistakes in my life. And I can tell you, as a VTuber, you know, I can tell you that you are, as a VTuber, as a streamer, you are bound to make mistakes. You are bound to make mistakes, and you are bound to make them. How we handle them is what matters. But at the same time, we also need to be sincere and polite and honest about it. You know, it's okay to seek professional help. It's okay to seek professional help. It's okay to speak up when we need to. And it's okay to speak up. If you need to speak up in a dangerous or sticky situation, talk to somebody you trust or ask for professional help. I can tell you this, as a VTuber, there are so many VTubers out there who love and support you and care about you. And there are so many VTubers out there who love and support you and they care about you. But there's also a lot of VTubers, and it doesn't matter the size, regarding if it's a big VTuber or a small VTuber. Whether it's a VTuber with 1 million views or a VTuber with just 300 views or 20 views or 0 views. We all can be affected, and we all are affected. And anybody can play either role. And that's the thing. We have to be careful of who we support, but also at the same time, we also cannot be afraid to speak up when we have to, or talk to someone you trust when absolutely necessary. And as I like to say it too, and I want to be honest as a VTuber, because I've been in VTubing, I am going to be celebrating my 2nd anniversary of VTubing in July. I will tell you as a VTuber that you are bound to make a lot of mistakes, and you are bound to run into conflict. A lot of the times you are bound to run into conflict. But I can tell you as a VTuber, you are bound to make mistakes, and you are bound to make a lot of them. A lot of the times you are bound to make mistakes, and you are bound to make a lot of them. But it is very important at the same time as ourselves that we have to reflect on what happens. It is very, very important as VTubers that yes, you're bound to make mistakes. Yes, there's a lot that's been going on. But at the same time, and I will tell you this right now, as a VTuber, it is extremely important that we also take care of ourselves as well. And that's why I always tell you guys, I always tell my Cooky Nation bunnies and my VTuber friends, my amazing VTuber friends, to take care of themselves. Because it isn't easy, and I can tell you, it is not easy to be like, okay, take care of yourself. Even I have to take care of myself too. And I can tell you that right now. It is not easy. But at the same time, when necessary, and if we have to speak up, don't be afraid to speak up about the situation. Because at the same time, by speaking up, it's very hard, but at the end of the day, you know, it also allows us to also start the process of recovering. And it also allows people to realize to keep themselves safe as well. It's okay to speak up, when you're in a sticky situation. Don't be afraid to talk to someone you trust and say, hey, hey, I'm in a situation where I'm in a sticky situation. I like to say that as a VTuber and as a streamer as well. Don't be afraid to speak up, and don't be afraid to talk to someone you trust. Because at the end of the day, we all need to. We all need a helping hand sometimes. However, we also must realize that we are bound to make mistakes, and we are bound to do a lot of stuff that's mistakes. We are bound to make a lot of mistakes. And I can tell you, Cooky Nation, as a VTuber, there are a lot of VTubers out there who are amazing and who love you and who support you and care about you. But there are also a lot of VTubers out there that can be very toxic. You have to be careful of who you support. You have to be careful of who you support. Because at the end of the day, you know, I would say, in my opinion, VTubers are amazing. They're absolutely amazing people. And I could definitely say, as a VTuber, VTubers are amazing. And I will be honest with you guys. I will be honest. VTubers are absolutely amazing. But at the same time, there's also a lot of toxicity. And we need to be careful. Hey, Joelle. I hope you're having a good day. Hi, Joelle. We're just having a very important discussion about VTubers. Thank you for coming, Joelle. I really do appreciate your support. Your support is very much appreciated. Thank you. As a VTuber, guys, I will tell you, and I will be honest with you guys. There are a lot of VTubers out there, Cooky Nation, who are amazing, who love you, and who support you 1000%. Please do not generalize or stereotype every single VTuber saying, that, oh my goodness, that all VTubers, are bad people, because that's not true. Please don't say that all VTubers are bad people, because the truth is, there are a lot of VTubers out there who love you and who support you and who care about you. There's a lot of VTubers out there who love and care about you and support you. And regardless of whether they're big or small VTuber, anybody can be affected. Anybody can play either role. And that's why we have to be careful of who we support, of who we associate ourselves with. Because at the end of the day, we have to be very careful ourselves. We have to not be afraid to speak up. Yeah? Don't be afraid to speak up at the end of the day. That's important, you know? Okay, I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm just making sure the stream is all right on my end. But thank you for coming, Joelle. I hope you're having a good day. I know I do apologize, for talking about this, this situation. I was supposed to talk about the agencies today. I'm preparing for a VTuber audition, but unfortunately, I do feel like that we do need to talk about this, because it is very important, as streamers, that we look out for each other. And to the VTubers out there, regardless of whether they're big or small, please look out for each other. Please. As a VTuber, we need, in my opinion, to look out for each other. And I like to say this: look out for each other. If you feel like that something isn't right, or you're in a sticky situation, please don't be afraid to talk to somebody you trust. Whether it's a family member, a friend, a loved one, or a professional. It is very, very hard. It is very hard to talk about this. And I know it is very hard to speak up. It is very hard. And as I like to say this, if you are somebody who is aspiring to be a VTuber, I want to let you know that I love you, I support you, and I'm here for you, and I'm rooting for you. I'm here to support you, and I'm here to guide you, and I wish you nothing but the best on your VTuber journey. Being a VTuber is very hard. It's very exhausting at times as well. It's a lot of work that goes into a VTuber. Making a model, then having to make sure that you have an entertaining personality and being able to interact with Cooky Nation. Or your fans. But I call them Cooky Nation, yeah? But at the same time, we also must understand that at the end of the day, you know, we are bound to make mistakes. We are bound to make mistakes. We're bound to make mistakes. And I can tell you as a VTuber in the past few years that I've been a VTuber, I will be very honest. As a VTuber, I have made so many mistakes at the same time. But at the same time, you know, it's also a learning opportunity as well. Because being a VTuber, and I can tell you this, it is not easy. It's not easy. There's a lot of work that goes behind being a VTuber. And I can tell you this. But at the same time, you know, there's also a lot of very nice people out there as VTubers who are always there for you and who always are going to support you. But there's also a lot of toxicity out there too. We need to, as I like to say to streamers, please look out for each other and be careful of who you support. Because at the end of the day, in any kind of VTuber community, the best way I would say it as a VTuber, in my opinion, is if we look out for each other. If something isn't right, you know, as a VTuber, don't be afraid to say to them saying, hey, 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 Jack, I know there's something going on. I want to speak to you about it. And then Jill's like, oh, okay, there's something going on. But at the same time, be polite and be courteous about it. Because I can tell you, as a VTuber, you are bound to make mistakes. But at the same time, you're also bound to see some conflict going on. You know? So please, you know, my advice for VTubers out there is to please look out for each other. Because if there's anything that's happening or what's going on, at the end of the day, the best way I would say, looking out for each other and speaking up when absolutely necessary, is that, you know, we're here for each other. You know? And I can tell you, it's very difficult to speak up. And it's hard to speak up. It's very hard to speak up. And, you know, it's very hard. But I can tell you, no matter what happens, you know, I want you guys to know that I myself, you know, even I'm gonna make mistakes too. And even, you know, I'm bound to make mistakes. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm bound to make mistakes as well. But I can tell you at the same time, it isn't easy. Speaking up isn't easy. Talking to someone you trust isn't easy. A family member, a loved one, a friend, someone you trust. But at the same time, don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to tell someone you trust. When you're in a sticky situation, don't be afraid to speak up. don't be afraid to talk to someone you trust. Because at the end of the day, what's important is that, you know, we're all here for each other. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah. So sorry about that. Okay. You know, I would like to say another thing I also wanted to talk about as well is if you're in a sticky situation, another thing I also wanted to talk about is to be accountable. You know, looking out for each other also leads to keep each other accountable. I would say that accountability is very important in a VTuber. If you make mistakes, to be sincere and be polite, but at the same time, be accountable. Be accountable. Because, be accountable. Because I think that, in my opinion, you know, accountability, I would say, is definitely, you know, I would say, in my opinion, it's definitely very important. You know, in the event that you're in a sticky situation, be polite, be accountable, and be sincere. And that's what I wanted to talk to you guys. That's the most important things I can tell you. But also at the same time, to be the best version of you. It's okay to take breaks every now and then. In fact, sometimes we need to take breaks for ourselves, you know? Yeah. And I can admit, you know, I've made mistakes as well. And even I'm making mistakes, you know? Even I made mistakes. It's how we learn them that matters. And I want to write this. Make mistakes, but learn from them. Yeah. Make mistakes, but learn from your mistakes. Because at the same time, and I can tell you this, make mistakes, but also learn from your mistakes as well. You know, if you made a mistake, you know, and I did say to be sincere, to be normal. Well, no. I meant to be polite, be sincere, be polite, and hold yourself accountable as well, and to keep each other accountable. That's why I always say, you know, it doesn't hurt, you know, in my opinion, to have a VTuber friend you trust who, you know, in my opinion, as a VTuber, it doesn't hurt to um have a VTuber friend you can trust, or have somebody you can trust. So in case if you're in the sticky situation, you know, you you could talk about it, you know. But at the same time, when conflict arises, be polite, be sincere, but at the same time, hold yourself accountable. Alrighty. I think a couple of things I also wanted to admit as well when it does um come to um come to things that I also wanted to talk about. Yeah. Okay. But the major reminder I wanted to tell you. All right? is anyone can play either role. Anybody can play either role. And it's regardless of the size, regardless of whether, they're a big VTuber or a small VTuber, anybody can play either role. And next one is, to give you guys an overview. Okay. I'm so sorry. Okay. First of all, anyone can play either role. Anyone can. Anyone can play either role. It's regardless of the size. But let's give an overview. First of all, we must speak up. Now, speaking up is hard, but I believe in you. Speaking up is very hard. And if you're not able to, and you don't have to, no. To speak up in a public situation. Heck, you could talk about it in a private situation. Talk to someone you trust. Talk to somebody you trust. Because at the end of the day, talk to someone you trust. Because at the end of the day, it's important. Talk to someone you trust. When a sticky situation arises or danger arises, talk to somebody you trust. Talk to someone you trust. And speak up. You could be like, okay, like I want to talk about my experiences. But you also can handle it, in private. But please, I encourage you guys, if you're in a sticky situation, to please speak up. Please speak up. Talk to somebody you trust. If you need to, seek professional help. That's important. Seek professional help when you need to. When you need to, seek professional help. Okay, let's go on to the next one that I also wanted to talk about. Seek professional help. When you need to, seek professional help. Speak up. Don't be afraid to speak up about the situation. If you're in a sticky situation, I encourage you guys to speak up. Don't be afraid to speak up. Be careful of who you support. Yes, this is important. Be very careful of who you support. Just because somebody can seem like a very nice person on the outside, does not 100% mean that they're a nice person on the inside. Just because somebody may seem like a nice person on the outside, does not mean that they seem like a nice person on the inside. Be careful who you support. Because at the end of the day, just because they may seem like a nice person on the inside. But on the outside, on the outside, they may seem like a nice person, they may seem like a very nice and kind person that you can speak to, right? But on the inside, they may also be, in that situation. They may not be as nice as they seem. All right, next one. Now, this is important. Especially, and I also like to say, all right, let me see this one. If you see red flags, especially, speak up, guys. If you guys see any red flags, don't be afraid to speak up about the situation. If you see red flags, don't be afraid to speak up. Like something's not quite right, especially if you see red flags. Please don't be afraid to speak up to somebody. Exactly. Don't be afraid to speak up, you know? Alrighty, next one. Alrighty, next one. Next one is be the best version of yourself. You know, be the best version of yourself. You know, because at the end of the day, you know, be the best version of yourself. Because at the end of the day, you know, you are yourself. And, you know, I can tell you, I myself am bound to make mistakes. It's how we learn from them that matters, you know, and that's important. Alrighty. And also, a couple things I also wanted to talk about as well, because there's also a lot of things I also wanted to talk about. Alright. Okay. Alrighty. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Speak up. Talk to somebody you trust. Seek professional help if you need to. Be the best version of yourself. Take breaks when necessary. Breaks when needed. To reflect. If you need to take a break to reflect, do so. Be sincere. Polite. Be sincere, polite, and accountable. If there's anything that happens in a situation, be accountable. You know? Be accountable. Be sincere and be polite, but also be accountable as well. It's okay to speak up, you know? You know, one of the things that I'm also learning as well as a VTuber, and I can also tell you, is I myself am also learning to be more open. You know, I myself also have a hard time with being open to people. So, you know, I totally understand. It's not easy to speak up. You know, I can totally understand. It's not easy to speak up, but at the same time, you know, don't be afraid to speak up. And I myself even have a hard time opening up to people as well. You know, I myself have a hard time opening up to people as well. But at the same time, don't be afraid to speak up. Alrighty. Okay. And then after this, yeah, be the best version of you. Take breaks when necessary. Be very careful who you support. And one important thing as well. I like to say this as well. You know, when it comes to when it comes to when it comes to um you know, one of the most important things that I can say when it comes to um when it comes to situations like this. I can tell you that situations like this are very, very difficult. It's very, very hard, you know, to go through. And, you know, my heart goes out to all the victims. My heart goes out to all the victims that have been affected. And my heart goes out to all the victims. And I really, really do hope you guys um all take care of yourselves. You know, please remember to take care of yourselves and remember that at the end of the day, we need to be very careful. And if anything arises, don't be afraid to talk to someone you trust, like a friend, a loved one, or a family member you trust, or even seek professional help. You know, speaking up isn't easy. It is not easy, and I can tell you that as a VTuber. But I can tell you that, oh yeah, and one important thing before we go. I also wanted to say this too. Be civil. Very important. Be civil. Don't be afraid to speak up, but also be civil. Okay. All right. I think that's enough for today. With streamer code and talking about everything that's been going on with the streamer code stuff. Hopefully, um, hopefully, this was very, very helpful in hopefully, talking about, um, VTubers and all that. All right, everybody. Um, I think that's it for today. Um, okay, okay. All right, everyone. Um, speaking of how you guys are doing, how have you guys been, by the way? I hope you guys have all been very good, taking care of you guys' selves. Alrighty. Okay. All right, everyone. Yeah. How is everybody doing, by the way? You guys have been doing well? Hope you guys have been doing great. Yeah, I hope you guys are all doing good. You know, yeah. But, with that being said, um, I think that's pretty much it for today's streamer code episode. I wanted to keep the streamer code episode as simple as possible and just as a reminder to you guys, remember to take care of yourselves and to always take care of yourselves and yeah, take care of yourselves and remember that I'm rooting for you and yeah, I'm here for you if you guys need anything. Yeah. Okay. A couple things I wanted to say. Alrighty, okay. Alright, a couple important announcements I also wanted to say as well. We are approaching closing ceremony, the closing ceremony for the Spring Break Extravaganza. And then after this, I will I have been thinking about taking a break next week. So um next week on streams for about a week or so. So tomorrow will be the closing ceremony of the Spring Break Extravaganza. After this, I do plan on taking a break for about 1 week from streaming. Though this has not been 100% confirmed. I will be thinking more about it and telling you guys tomorrow whether I will be taking a break for next week or not, whether there'll be any streams for next week or not. With that being said, if not, also a couple of things I also wanted to say. Um, the last thing I also wanted to talk about for today, as well as a VTuber. Thank you so much for 360 cookie bunnies. I really, really do appreciate all of you guys' support, and I love you guys all so much. I really hope that today's streamer code episode was informative, and I hope that you guys can continue to support your favorite VTubers as long as you keep these tricks, these advice in mind. Please support, and I want to say this, please support your favorite VTubers. Please support your favorite VTubers. And I also wanted to say as well to Cooky Nation, um, please also continue to support Cooky Usagida. You know, please support your favorite VTubers, but please also be careful. Also be careful. Careful. But also, please also be careful. You know, please continue to support your VTubers. But at the same time, please also be very careful. And with that being said, I think that's pretty much it for today's episode of Streamer Code. I know today's Streamer Code episode was a little short, so I do want to apologize on my behalf. But that being said, yeah, okay. Oh, oh, hey, hey, thank you so much for your support. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, thank you so much for your support. Hey, 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 293. Thank you so much for becoming a cookie bunny. How are you doing? Hello, hello. How are you? How are you? Thank you so much. Hello, hello. We were planning on ending this stream, but I wanted to check up on everybody before we go. Just make sure everyone is doing okay. But thank you so much, 293, for becoming a cookie bunny. I really appreciate your support so much. And thank you so much for becoming a cookie bunny, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate your follow and I appreciate your support. Thank you for becoming a cookie bunny again. Your support is very appreciated. Please make sure you take care of yourself, okay? 293, 293. Thank you for becoming a cookie bunny. Um, Unfortunately, the stream is gonna be ending very soon. But just want to tell you, 293, thank you for stopping by and becoming a cookie bunny. I really do appreciate it. Um, I hope you take care um and I really appreciate your follow, by the way, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you for your support to 93. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, Cookie Nation. Oh, oh, you do? You have something? You have something to give? You have something to give? Thank you so much. Oh, 293. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I really, really do appreciate it. Hey, 293. Do feel free to join the Discord server and you can totally um yeah. Um Aw, thank you. Thank you so much for the subscription. Thank you. Thank you so much. Aw. Oh my god. Thank you 293 for becoming a Cookie Bunny subscriber. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you. Your support means a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you for becoming a subscriber. I really appreciate you. Welcome to Cookie Bunny Nation. Nice to meet you. I am Cooky Usagida. Alright, everyone. I think that's pretty much it for today. But thank you guys so much for your guys' support and love. Please remember to continue supporting Cooky Usagida. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys are amazing. Cooky Nation, thank you so much. Cooky Nation, thank you for making my day. Aw, you guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will definitely check out the Project Hope after the stream ends. Thank you so much for your love and support. Cooky Nation, I absolutely love you guys so much. Thank you. Please continue to support me, Cooky Nation, okay? Please continue to support Cooky Usagida. Thank you so much for your love and support. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for your love and support. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. All right, everyone. I think that's it for today. Thank you guys all so much for your love and support. I really do appreciate all of you guys all so much, and thank you guys all so much. We are gonna go on to a raid, so please get ready for the raid, okay? Thank you, thank you for your guys' love and support. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your love and support. I really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna raid Lady of the Zombies today, so let's do that, shall we? Thank you so much. You guys all take care now. You guys are amazing.